Hi, welcome to the first round of One Piece tournaments. So, a couple things about it. First of all, if you want to get into the actual thing, you need to basically join the Patreon and get into this before 5 p.m. on the 7th, because 6 p.m. Central Time is when the tournament will start. So, that's a Wednesday. I'm going to start trying to target these on Wednesdays. Let me know if that does not work for you. I can move it to a Monday potentially. Now, I could target it for a Monday because that's another day that I do One Piece content for streaming. One of those 2 days I'm going to end up replacing with this series where I'll be live streaming, commentating the actual tournament. So the goal here is I usually start streaming around 9:30. Hopefully by then the tournament should be getting to the end where it's actually starting to go into the top 8. Or that might change. The rounds might change because right now I have it where each round is 35 minutes. There'll be 5 rounds, 8. Top 8 will go top cut. There's 128 slots. So if potentially, if we get really close to the 128, expect the rounds to go to 4, and the top 8 will become top 16. So instead of doing that extra round, I will make it where the higher, there's more people getting into the potential pool of course, working their way to potentially getting the box. So that's what the goal is right now. So the goal is if we get over 30 players, hit my my Patreon, get the code, then we will have pretty much guaranteed, you'll get a box. I will basically ask for your address and I'll ship it from TCG Player directly and all that stuff. So yeah, so that's kind of what we're doing for the scale, right? Of course, it's going to scale based off of how many people we get, because 30 people should be more than enough to cover the cost of a box. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. If you need to reach out to me, there's my email. So like I said, each round will be 35 minutes long. It'd be 5 rounds, potentially top 8, unless we do top 16 and 4 rounds. Or maybe actually, depending how fast this goes, it might be. We could do 5 rounds, top 16. We'll see. So that's basically it, right? So you need to make sure you have the sim installed on your PC. And you have to be in before 5 p.m. Central Time that day with your deck list submitted. And this will be OP14 standard for the West. So EBO4, as long as it's on the sim, will be legal. And so is OP14. So, because I know people don't really want to play OP13. It's not a very good meta. So, to alleviate that, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So that way you have access to Doflamingo, Crocodile, all that stuff. So now, if we get enough people enrolled and there's enough interest in this tournament series, so the minimum you have to be is platinum or higher, right? So anyone in the platinum series, they get access to the big tournaments with a box. Yeah, so basically there's 10 slots available if you want the discounted price. So those ones I hope probably should fill up pretty quick, because this is guaranteed lock-in every month. We'll be doing one of these hopefully once a week. So, but now, I say that with a caveat, right? Because there'll be 2 tournaments a month that are for diamond or for the platinum tier. So this month, the target is OP14 standard, and the second one is going to be off meta. So those 2 are going to be the main ones. So if either one of those 2 interest you, get in here. Is $20 a month. You get 2 tournament access tokens every month to play. And if you want to do the 2 side events, because there's 4 Wednesdays in a month, the other 2 will be, one will be vintage. So if you're interested in that, it's like I said, you can get into the $35 one. A little bit, $5 off per month. It saves you some money for the tournament series. So vintage is going to be every card is legal. So the original OG Nami law is going to be legal. Any card that's banned, like Gecko Moria, etc., they're limited, restricted to 1. So that's kind of how it works in Vintage Magic the Gathering. Same concept here. We're going to be a huge advocate of a solution if you're wanting to play vintage or legacy based One Piece. We'll have a tournament every month for it. So it's not going to be as big potentially. So it's going to be a diamond. It's going to be a side event. That's what basically they're called. These 2 are qualifiers. So there's going to be 2 qualifiers per month. And as I explained before on this channel, you basically get a certain amount of points for whatever position you make. And at the end of the year, anyone that's qualified for ECG, ACG finals, and etc., gets entered into that. And the goal is the winner of that one gets a case. So much bigger, high stakes prize. So that's like what? It's like 12 boxes, I believe. So yeah, so you definitely probably want to get your hands in, and even if you don't win this month, like you could easily get enough points accrued just by being top 8. The higher you get the top, the more points you earn, the more you get qualified. And there's also going to be the regionals every 3 months. So it typically will fall on a weekend, potentially. So that would be like a separate thing. And you can qualify for that if you get a certain amount of points per 3-month cycle. Or else, you get first or second place in these qualifiers. You automatically get guaranteed into that. And that also you would be able to potentially win a box. So, like, there is definitely enough pass forward for you to be able to win boxes here. That's kind of the goal. In the side events, also, the winner gets a box. So that's kind of what we're hoping for. As long as we get enough people to support this, we'll definitely be doing it. And the other side event, I think I'm going to do every month. And maybe it just ends up being another meta. Off meta. So you get 2 off meta tournaments. Then you get a vintage, and then you get a standard. So that's kind of what the goal is right now. So like I stated before, like in a previous video, so there's point systems on the Patreon. So once you go ahead and you get you put your thing in here, I'll send you out the code. And yeah, you'll be able to get access to the actual event and sign up. So that's kind of what's going on here. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this. Like I said, depending on people we get and how many diamond members we get, if we get a full, an additional 30 people signing up for diamond immediately, we'll immediately set up the other events, all within the same month. So every week there should be a box promotion, and some weeks have 2, because there's also potentially will be the one for the quarterly qualifiers, or the quarterly tournaments, regional tournaments, to get you qualified for the championship. And like I said, in that situation, if you do get in the quarterly, you do get top 2, get invited to the ACG championship. Now, let me know in the comment section also if you guys are interested in doing other TCGs, because this is just the first one. I figured One Piece, I feel like, has the best community, because you guys are always actively looking for more ways of competing at top level, and there's just another way of doing it. So yeah, so we're definitely gonna go ahead and start this up. Like I said, you just once you sign up, you let me know, and I'll verify, and I'll send you the code. From there, then you should be able to come over here and register, put the entry code in, and you should be good to go. So that's kind of how it's set up. Like I said, OP14 standard is the first one. Like I said, I just don't think nobody wants to play OP13. It's just not a very good format. And yeah, so let me know in the comment section what you guys think, and I'll talk to you guys next time, after you like and subscribe.